Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 11 of the Los Angeles Clippers MyNBA series here on NBA 2K24. And today we have a special episode because today we're going to be taking our first look at the college prospects that are going to be in the 2024 NBA draft. It's a little sub-series we do here in the series where we kind of just get a look at the up-and-coming players that are going to join the NBA. So we're excited for this one. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. It hasn't been the best start of the season for the Clippers. They start off 12-17, and we don't own any first-round picks in this upcoming year's draft, but I still want to get a look at some of the players as to who will be in this draft. And we're going to start off by looking at 4 point guards in this year's class. We're going to look at 2 games. In the first game, it's North Carolina at Kentucky in a rivalry battle between 2 big juggernauts. And you're going to look at 2 players in this one. The first one being DeJuan Marquette Wagner Jr., aka known as DJ Wagner, the point guard for Kentucky. He is a very good prospect. He's 11th on the draft board, 2nd in point guard rankings, and he's coming from a very NBA background. His dad was the 6th pick in the 2002 NBA draft, DeJuan Wagner Sr., and then his grandpa, Milt Wagner, was a 2nd-round pick in 1986. So DJ Wagner could become the first player to be a third-generation superstar in the NBA. Now, I liked what I saw out of Wagner a lot in this game. He started off very hot, but he kind of faded a little bit down the stretch, and I thought Elliot Cadeau did also well. He's the point guard for North Carolina. He's not as high as the other ones on this board. He's 24th in terms of his draft rank. He's the 5th best point guard in the class, but him and Wagner did battle in this game, and while Cadeau, I think, did better in the second half of this game, I do believe Wagner's a better point guard. He has a lot more explosiveness. He had 19 points in this game, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. Didn't shoot as efficient after a hot streak at the beginning, while Cadeau had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists and shot a lot more efficient, 4 from 9 from the field. Now back from Wagner, he's had a very good season so far for the Wildcats. They're obviously going to be a force in the NCAA tournament. His pros are he has very good handles, he's a good mid-range player, and he's a good defender. And while it's not listed here, there's been a lot of people on social media talking about his rebounding ability. Now, to me, that's not as much of a problem. I think he'll be fine in that regard, but it's just something to keep an eye on. As far as Cadeau, he's the 24th ranked prospect, like we say. He might be a late first-round pick. If we did have a first-rounder, I think he'd be a guy we target. He's just a very good defender. Now, his offense is, I would say, not at the same level, but a solid player nonetheless. The second game we're going to take a look at is the USC Trojans against the Tennessee Volunteers. And this is actually the first game of the season for both of these squads, so it's a big one. And the reason is because the Trojans have 2 high-level point guards in their lineup. Isaiah Collier and, of course, Bronny James. Now, we'll get to Bronny in a second, but I'm going to start with Isaiah Collier. He, in my opinion, is, in a lot of people's scouts' opinion, probably the better of the 2. He's 6th on the draft board. He's actually the number 1 ranked point guard. The Atlanta, Georgia native is probably going to be all Pac-12 this year. I mean, listen to the stat lines he's put up so far this year. He didn't do very good in this game. He got into a foul trouble early. He only put up 7 points. But against UC Irvine, he put up 15 points and 16 assists. At Hawaii, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 15 assists. Versus St. Mary's, a solid team, 17 points, 19 assists. I mean, he's putting up insane numbers this season. 23 points against Cal Poly. And then against an SEC team at Missouri, he put 17 points, 4 rebounds, 12 assists. This man has been an absolute machine this year, and I can see why he's probably going to be a top 10 pick. But of course, you can't talk point guards this year without talking about Bronny James. Obviously, the son of LeBron James. He's going to come with a lot of hype. And honestly, this year, he's lived up to the hype in the college. He has been very efficient. Even though USC did lose this game, he only put up 9 points. But he's had some monster games. In that same game against UC Irvine, he had 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists. And then against Portland State, he put up a 31-point game. Bronny Jr. has been a very good player. I do think he'll go higher than his projected of 16th best prospect just because he is the son of LeBron, and LeBron's talked about even wanting to play with his son. So maybe if you draft Bronny, you could get LeBron James. That's just a quick look at the 4 point guards in this class. Isaiah Collier, Bronny James, Elliot Cadeau, and DJ Wagner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick episode. Let me know your favorite of the 4 down below in the comments section. But we'll get back to the Clippers in the next episode. But this is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.